Today's video is a little bit different. You might remember when I made this video about Cliff High. This is so wild. And how in 2009, his webbot program predicted that sometime in the future, Donald Trump would be interviewed by Joe Rogan. And 39 days after that, we would be seeing world war in our skies between military jets and UFOs. When Trump appeared on the Joe Rogan podcast, it became the most watched podcast in history. It averaged 1 million views an hour for the first 2 days. And this interview took place on October 26, and I decided to make a video because I just found the prediction interesting. Like the methodology he used to create the prediction, how oddly specific it was for a prediction that was made in 2009, and the fact that half of it had come true. The other half about UFOs and military jets fighting in the sky. I mean, I've been researching UFOs for 20 years, and even for me, that bit was maybe a little bit of a stretch. But let me run you through what has happened in the last couple of weeks since posting that video. We've had a UAP hearing in front of Congress, top guys from the military and the naval intelligence sworn under oath, telling us that not only are UFOs real, but they are flying all over US airspace, their oceans, and they have no way to stop them. Not only that, but the government has had a secret UFO crash retrieval and reverse engineering program to study the alien technology. That's right, the government is telling you this stuff now. And meanwhile, Biden and his support workers are doing everything they can to start World War III. It was only a few days ago that Putin made an announcement saying, if Ukraine fire long-range US-made missiles deep into Russian territory, that this would be considered an act of war and Russia have the right to use their entire nuclear arsenal to retaliate. So obviously, the logical thing for Biden to do was to fire those long-range missiles. And here we are today. Russia have just launched their ICBM missiles into Ukraine. This is the first time ever in history that intercontinental ballistic missiles have been used in war. History was made today, and there is no sign that this escalation is slowing down. So if the USA have been back engineering UFOs and alien tech for years, you could assume that all the other global superpowers have probably been doing the same thing. What if this thing escalates to a point where either Russia or America decide to bring out the secret weapons, the tech that's been developed for decades in top secret black projects. And then the other country goes, oh yeah, we've got those too. And then suddenly we find ourselves in a war of whoever got the furthest in reverse engineering alien technology. Like, it's actually wild how much of a possible reality this has become now. 39 days from the Joe Rogan interview with Donald Trump will be December 3rd. I'll absolutely be checking back in on that day. But in the meantime, I have a brand new weekly show that's going to be airing for the first time on YouTube this Sunday. We're going to be looking at all the weird and interesting things that have happened through the week, and I'll be taking an in-depth look at all the things we've covered in this video and a lot more. So hit the link in my bio, subscribe, and make sure you don't miss the first episode.
Something strange is happening over the skies over Manchester in the UK, and the RAF are very much interested. A pilot who posted photos and videos to his X account saw something very unusual. Captain Bigelow has since deleted all his social media accounts, and other witnesses are being told not to talk about what they saw. The object was round and said to be the size of a small car. The pilot also took video of it once it had zoomed upwards and hovered in 14-knot winds. Here is the unedited video. Let's take a look at some enhanced images of the object from the still images. What do you think this is? Leave a comment in the comment section below. What makes this even more interesting is that the RAF, the Royal Air Force of Briz Norton, are asking the public's assistance, if they see anything, to report it.
You've actually seen what you believe may well be alien technology, an implant.
I have. I saw a technical device that had been removed, excised by the Department of Veterans Affairs by a surgeon, a trained physician from a U.S. military service member who claimed to have a UAP encounter.
Now, we're just going to jump right into this. I found something strange in Lou Elizondo's book that seems to confirm that at the highest levels of government, it is known that UFOs, or UAP, are actually a biblical phenomenon. Fallen angels and even demonic manifestations of extra-dimensional entities.
All right, everyone. So World War III. This is my take on what is going to happen. Okay? You tell me what you think in the comments. If you're not spiritual, this is a spiritual TikTok here. If you're not spiritual, kindly go away. I don't want to hear from you. This is only for people that are on a spiritual journey. Okay? Now, I've done videos on this on my YouTube channel, Ascending Spirituality. I don't post much on there now because the algorithms get so blocked up. But I have proof that 7-8 years ago, maybe a little less, that I have said this on my YouTube channel, what I'm about to tell you now. So I have been having these dreams, well over 100 dreams, visions, about aliens, UFOs, and I was shown many things. Now, what would you do if you had well over 100 dreams in around 30 years? Same exact thing, but a different angle. You'd probably pay attention to it, right? What? Maybe a fifth one you might pay attention to it? 10th? What's the magic number where you would go, holy shit, there's something here, right? Just the way I saw 9/11 happen with the Twin Towers, and I told people around me, and then a couple months later, when it happened, those people's mouth dropped, and they said, Paul, you said that was going to happen. My buddy Scott, if you watch this, let everybody know in the comments that you've heard me say this, what I'm about to say now, for many years. This came up with an interview with Dr. Greer on Logan Paul's podcast. And what he said made me do this, because I've already posted videos of this almost 8 years ago, and I've been telling people about this for 30 years. If there is a World War III, stick around to the end, and World War III would be nuclear. That's the category I'm putting this World War III energy in. By the way, I have to say this just because of TikTok. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is bullshit. Don't take this seriously. That being said, through over 100 dreams, visions, where I was talked to telepathically by these extraterrestrials. If World War III happens on a nuclear level, I promise you this, it is going to be an interplanetary war. Okay? There are going to be alien UFOs involved. Now, if you are on your spiritual journey, if you have light in you, a light being, light worker, empath, whatever you want to call it, what I was shown was everybody who had light in them had a white dome over them. And as debris was falling from the sky, they were protected. Okay? Why? This is what Dr. Greer said on Logan Paul, whatever his name is, on his podcast. And I said, I got videos to prove it. I said this many years ago. Because whatever happens on Earth sends a ripple effect through the fucking universe. I have had visions of aliens coming up to me, talking to me telepathically, and they are not happy. Not all of them. Remember, there's many different kinds, right? The only kind of aliens that I would trust, or extraterrestrials, are the one that I could poke my finger through. The fifth dimension and above ones. Pleiadians, Arcturians, those kind, right? But there's aliens that are here because whatever happens, I was told that there's no way that we would be allowed to have a World War III on a nuclear level. It won't happen. Because if it does, it is going to send a ripple through all the planets, through the universe. So this is why we have ships, UFOs, all around the planet for decades. This Cold War shit happened in the 80s. It wasn't allowed. Okay? So detach from fear. Trust that you are here on this planet for a reason. You're not here to fall into fear. You're here to open up and show love. Shine your light. Live as if nothing's happening. Live your best life. Find the highest vibration in every single day. Okay? Live your truth, speak your truth, and shine your fucking light. Okay? Because everything that happens is in accordance to the highest of good of this earth shifting from a 3D shit show to a 5D and above planet, the way it should have been. Okay? But the rats need to be flushed out, so it's going to get intense before it gets better. This is just the beginning. Okay? But just know you're here. If you're watching this video and you're not commenting bullshit, right? Because you're not spiritual, you're okay. All right? Hold the light. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. I love all of you. And if you guys need any energetic clearing, healing sessions, connect you to higher self, it's all included. My sessions are usually $155. I dropped them down to $100 a session, okay, through February and maybe even March. Okay, so if you want a powerful energetic healing and clearing, an extremely unique channeling experience, because what's different from me than all the other channelers out there that I know of, I channel directly from source to open up the veil between you and your higher self. Okay, so if you just get in touch with me, if you need any help anywhere in your life as far as clearing energetic blocks, anywhere you need healing and guidance, okay, I can connect through my higher self to your higher self and give you the information that you might not see. And I could run the light externally to clear your aura, internally to clear your chakras and give you the biggest reboot you've probably ever experienced energetically. So if you guys need help, I am here. This is what I do for a living. I've been doing this work as a spiritual teacher and a channeler for 18 years. Okay, so if you need a safe place, come get a hold of me.
39 Days to Melee begins in just a few days, and it looks like we're right on track, friends. This is the event that the remote viewers saw where there are dogfights in our skies between UFOs and fighter jets. Now, that seems wild and completely unrealistic until you turn on the news. And we just had more of these drone incursions over our most sensitive and highly restricted airspace in the world. At all of these U.S. military bases across the globe, we are having daily, around-the-clock drone incursions. And when they say drone, these things have been reported 20 to 30 feet wide. They are impervious to any of our anti-drone measures. We cannot identify what they are. They flee and evade our fighter jets, and they are up there for many, many, many hours, coming back day after day after day. In fact, at Langley a few months ago in America, we had 17 days in a row of these swarms of drones that we couldn't do anything about. 17 days. We knew they were coming every day. We still couldn't identify them or stop them. What is going on, guys? This doesn't make any sense. And now to make it even weirder, over in Europe, this is happening daily at some of our most sensitive bases. In fact, one of those bases in particular houses our nuclear weapons and our long-range bombers. Now that's very concerning because that's the base that seems to be at the focus right now of this activity. In fact, the strangest thing I've ever heard of happened today. They put out a notice to airmen, told all the airmen, all the pilots leaving that Air Force base to turn their lights off when they fly. I've never heard of anything like that. It makes me think the reason they're doing that is because these drones, these UAPs, UFOs, have lights on them. And these lights seem to be communicating something. And if we put up our jets and our jets don't have lights, then we can immediately identify anything that's not us, okay? That means that now we're starting to take action. They're starting to take this more seriously. They had this Pentagon press conference the other day that just, more questions than answers because the things they were saying didn't make any sense. They're baffled. They're stumped. They don't know what to do. They can't stop or identify these things. It's happening all over the world at places where this shouldn't be happening. Now, the UK military just said they're going to start deploying troops to help with this. Okay, so we're seeing this ramping up of military activity and this awareness of these UAP that are in the sky around these bases, and they're starting to engage them. Now, what does this have to do with 39 days to melee? Well, I won't go into super detail because it's kind of complex. I did a whole video elaborating, deep diving on this, but there's a dude named Cliff High. He's a badass, and he has this predictive web bot software that can basically predict future events based on things happening on the internet, and it has had some amazing predictions in the past. He, in 2009, had this, it's called a temporal marker. He can basically find these iconic events that happen, and the iconic event that they saw in 2009 was going to be far in the future, and it was going to be this discussion, this interview between Donald Trump and Joe Rogan. And at the time, in 2009, everyone's like, why would anyone care that the Fear Factor guy and the Apprentice guy are talking, right? Well, fast forward to 2024, and it's the biggest interview in the history of the world, okay? So it was a big deal. It's a temporal marker. So there's this group run by Dick Allgaier, and it's called the Future Forecasting Group, and it's a group of elite-level remote viewers. And they're really good. They do really good work. So Cliff High commissioned them and said, okay, I have this temporal marker. It's iconic. It's a big deal. It's making a huge ripple in space-time. It is the interview between Donald Trump and Joe Rogan. So as soon as they announced that, like, he had this information back in 2009, but as soon as we got to this 2024 and he saw that that was actually happening, it was announced, he was like, oh my God, this is that data. So something is going to happen. So he commissioned the Future Forecasting Group, and they remote viewed any event that's tied to that temporal marker. And they all got the same data back. It was really crazy. They got very clear data of multiple remote viewers, got data of a sky full of UFOs with fighter jets engaging, and the word they kept getting was melee, some sort of a chaotic interaction between UFOs and fighter jets, okay? So the word melee, interesting enough, literally means it's a military term that means a breakdown of military operations. So that's when things get chaotic. Like when you're in a military operation, you go in with a plan and then you get punched in the face and then your plan goes out the window. It breaks down into a melee. So, okay, at the time, he's like, all right, we have Donald Trump and Joe Rogan. That doesn't make a lot of sense. But then that came to be the significant thing. Then he has all of these remote viewers saying, okay, we see UFOs and jets dogfighting in the sky. And he's like, okay, well, that doesn't make any sense. Like, that's very highly unlikely, right? Now what do we see? This is weird, guys. We're seeing all over the news these drones that are repeatedly going into the restricted airspace over our most highly sensitive bases around the world. And now we're starting to take action. We're starting to put up fighter jets. We are starting to turn off our lights and operate in ways that we don't normally operate. Okay. So what happens when one of these jets, engages one of these UFOs, right? And you can call them UFOs because UFO means unidentified flying object. These are flying objects that we can't identify, okay? So that's not being Like, that's not being exaggerative. These are UFOs, okay? These are UAPs. These are unidentified. To call them drones is insane, because drones don't operate like this. They don't fly for days at a time. They don't evade F-16s. You know, they're not 20 feet wide. Like, this doesn't make any sense. I don't know what these are, but they're not conventional drones for sure. And these aren't hobbyists just flying around for fun all over the world simultaneously, day after day after day. Okay, something is going on. Oh, something big's over there. So I'm gonna go this way. Anyways, something's going on and it's very fishy. Now, this coincides perfectly with the 39 days to melee that Cliff High talks about, because I don't know the exact dates, but I think the Joe Rogan interview was like October 25th, I think. So 39 days, I don't know exactly when that would be, but it would be like the beginning of December, okay? So somebody drop a comment if you know the exact date. And Cliff High said, don't get hung up on the exact date, because, you know, he's like, that's just the number that kept coming up in their data, but it doesn't mean exactly. But when you think about it, because when he first laid all this out, he was like, I don't know what any of this means. You know, he's like, all this sounds crazy and it's very highly unlikely. But now it's not highly unlikely. Now it's very likely that we're going to engage one of these things. And what happens if we engage it and say we shoot at it and it doesn't go down? Okay, that's going to really freak people out. What if we shoot at it and it shoots back? What if something happens that creates this chaotic dogfight in the sky? So, different little caveat here. I've been doing videos lately talking about how so many people around the world are having the same dreams and visions of looking up and seeing a sky full of UFOs, okay? And it made me think, what are the odds of everyone in the world like having some sort of precognitive dream of them seeing UFOs, right? Like, that would be a lot of UFOs if everyone in the world is seeing them. But what if it's a televised event? What if this precognitive dream everyone's having? And I've had so many people. I did a video on this, and I just had this outpouring of people telling me, oh my God, I've had the same dream. I've had dreams where I see a sky full of UFOs. And they say it like that, not a UFO, a sky full of UFOs. Now imagine there's some sort of a dogfight at one of these bases where we're engaging these objects, and it turns into this melee, and it turns into this dogfight. And since there's media covering all this, it will be on the news. And then people all over the world via Facebook and Twitter and the news and everything are going to see it. So is that what people have been having dreams of? Are these precognitive dreams, not of them going outside and looking up and seeing UFOs, but everyone seeing the same broadcast of jets engaging with these UFO? Is that what people are dreaming about? Can that explain all these things? The Cliff High prediction, the future forecasting remote viewing group of everyone seeing this melee in the sky, this dogfight of UFOs and jets. Also, these drone incursions, and all these precognitive dreams that everyone's having. Is this all coming to a head right now? We're days away from this 39 days to melee prediction point in time. And what seemed like a wild conspiracy theory at the time, and a very just irrational, thing to think about, now looks probable. I mean, it's not a stretch of the imagination to think we're going to engage one of these things now. We're literally sitting in a notice to airmen to turn your lights off when you're leaving an Air Force base. They're doing that to single out these craft. They're going to engage these craft. And who knows what happens next. If you listen to Cliff High and the future forecasting group with their remote viewings, what happens next is a dogfight that ushers us into what he calls sci-fi world, where everything changes, where we understand that there's an exotic technology out there that we don't know about, that we can't explain. We understand that maybe we're not the alpha. We understand that there's something bigger than us. We understand that we've been lied to. We understand that we're going into an era where all rules are off. Like, the things we thought we knew, we no longer know. We can't count on that anymore. It's a completely new day and age, uncharted territory. That's what sci-fi world is. Everything changes. Is that what's about to happen? I don't know. This is one of those times I hope I and Cliff are wrong. But let me know what you think. Have a beautiful day. Peace.
Everything's shut down. I just restarted my phone. I'm publishing this now. It's landing. Jesus. Holy shit. My God. Somebody go get them. Somebody go get them now. This thing's landing. Holy shit. My God. It's not a helicopter. Oh my God. Port St. Lucie, Florida. US 1. They see it. Shit. Walmart Supercenter right now. It's the 29th. 6 p.m. Just crossed US 1. Just dropped something too. The lights are shut down. That's an EMP.
What if I told you an incredible UFO sighting just happened in China, and it's unlike anything we've seen before? On November 24th, 2024, an astonishing UFO sighting took place in China. A man captured what he describes as two massive, cylinder-shaped objects hovering silently in the sky. The first thing that stands out, the eerie stillness of these objects. Despite their size, they remain suspended, motionless against the sky. Their surface is a striking brown color, with vibrant lights that pulse and shift along the object's surface in precise, straight lines. These lights, green, red, blue, almost look like a code or message. Witnesses are left baffled, unable to determine whether this is a military craft, an elaborate hoax, or perhaps something from beyond our world.
The UFO chief, the chairman of Harvard's astronomy department as well, both releasing a report on Tuesday where they wrote an artificial interstellar object could potentially be a parent craft that releases many small probes during its close passage to Earth.
What the hell is that? Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh, that's for real. Oh my God, what the hell is that?
You see that? You guys know what that is?
It's a UFO over there. It's right there.
What the actual is that?
A man in Oklahoma is skywatching during the day and begins to panic as he sees a strange orb in the sky. Take a look.
Okay, that thing, whatever the hell it is, came down really low. It was right over my head. It's like, with its feet. What the hell is that? Oh my God.
Judging by the fact he says it's back, I would assume he's seen something of this nature before. He quickly scrambles to begin recording on his cell phone. Suddenly, the large white orb begins to disperse several smaller orbs, which appear to fly off in different directions while disappearing. After all of the small orbs have vanished, the large orb quickly zips up and away. The man's voice and sound of disbelief make me curious as to if this could have been real.
With its feet. What the hell is that? Oh my God.
Take a look at this next clip captured in the night sky of Las Vegas. People begin to panic as a similar white orb descends down from the sky, illuminating above the city.
UFO. Oh my God, is that UFO stuff? Wait. Where? I can't even get it on my camera. It's true.
Again, similar to the video we just saw, small orbs disperse from the giant one that appeared.
Oh my God, I can see a little bit. Oh my God, what the hell is that? 3. You think that? I'm corny. Oh my God, that's scary. Oh my God, I'm gonna move back. I'm gonna get behind you guys.
This time, the smaller orbs arrange in an organized formation, creating a straight horizontal line.
Oh my God, I never seen something like that before.
The people filming the video are in disbelief, saying this is a UFO or aliens. What could it be?
Oh my God, is that UFO stuff? Oh my God, that's sick. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Except this time, the large orb comes down and appears to merge with the last remaining small one.
Oh my God.
And suddenly, it vanishes. Could this be a larger ship transporting many smaller vessels? In Nevada, a TikTok user noticed some strange glowing lights in a field and began to film. At first, one might think this is just ball lightning, like some of the other video clips I've gone over in the past. But typically, ball lightning comes as a singular object and lingers after lightning strikes. What could be causing so many white orbs to hover around this field in such a manner? Could this be something of a paranormal nature? Or do you think this could be the same types of glowing orbs from the last two clips? If they are coming down from the sky, what the hell are they? This next video, a man is driving down a dirt road at night and stops his truck when he sees a strange group of lights rotating through the sky.
It's just hovering in place.
A mysterious glowing orb is moving silently through the night sky. He can't seem to figure out what it is he's looking at, and is left in awe by the incredible sighting.
What is that? Look at the lights all around it.
But the strange thing is, doesn't it seem to move very similar to the group of orbs from the last clip I showed? Almost as if there's some sort of invisible energy keeping these objects in sync.
What is that? Look at the lights all around it.
So as you can see, many people are beginning to capture these new strange types of UFOs throughout different parts of the world. But there's more.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, that's for real.
An extremely bright orb begins to fly around the clouds, taking off in different directions. While these people thought maybe this is some sort of UFO, either way it is insane to watch this ominous orb fly through the dark sky. A similar event took place in another person believed to be visited by a UFO during a storm. Take a look. During the intense weather, after a lightning strike, suddenly there's a blue light illuminating behind the trees moving from left to right. It even makes a very eerie sound as it passes by. This next clip during a storm is no doubt not of a natural phenomenon. A woman was making her way home as a storm approached over the water and suddenly began to notice bright lights in a formation appearing amidst the clouds.
That is not a goddamn airplane. Why the fuck is it so fucking close? What the actual fuck is that? And there's no base nearby? I'm shaking right now.
It's obvious that this is not an airplane or drones of any kind. The lights appear to be all spaced out evenly in a horizontal line, and if we look closely as the lightning flashes, a large shadow can be seen within the clouds. Whatever this was, it seemed to be a very large aircraft of some kind.
What the fuck? That is not a goddamn airplane. Why the fuck is it so fucking close? What the actual fuck is that?
So what do you think? Did she capture an actual UFO?
It's a UFO over there. The Nellis Air Force Base is following it. It's right there. You see it?
The shadow of a dark object can be seen gliding through the clouds. It appears to be very large in size, as you can see a military aircraft flying past and circling around it. TikTok user uploads a video of two fighter jets escorting an unknown aircraft through the sky above a desert. Take a look. Also, if you listen closely, the sound it produces is much different than a fighter jet. More of a high-pitched squeal. In this next video, members aboard a US Navy ship noticed triangular-shaped objects circling around their ship for hours.
USS Russell in position 32588 11906 West, operating in SoCal op area. We have visual of one possible UAS with course 034 true. Contacts operating at a range of 4,000 yards.
You could hear the seriousness in his voice, and the fact that he called this in means that he has no idea what he's looking at. Neither do any of the other members aboard the ship.
We have visual of one possible UAS, flashing red, green, and white solid light seen.
Right now, Paul! Come here, right now! Right now! Right now! What is that? What is that? What is that?
A strange portal-like orb hovers in the air, with some type of odd energy flowing all around it. And just like the last few clips, it begins to disperse smaller orbs or aircrafts. One quickly takes off to the left, and then the other one comes down and goes right. But if you look closely, the one that went left quickly rushes back to catch up to the one that went right. What do you guys think? Is there even a possibility someone recorded this, and because it's so clear we automatically disbelieve it?
Look, we've all seen these images of objects flying around in the skies, UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena, which is just a cleaner way of saying UFO. We've all seen them. Some of them are hoax, and some of them have been authenticated to be objects maneuvering in ways that defies physics. But whatever you think about them matters not. Stay with me, and I'm going to paint a picture for you that perhaps you did not consider up to this point. But look, this footage here was captured by Commander Fravor off the USS Nimitz, and it's referred to as the Tic Tac craft because the way it looks and the way it maneuvers. The Pentagon actually released this video recently. They've even gone as far as to have a congressional hearing about this.
My name is
phenomenon.
David Fravor. I'm a retired commander in the United States Navy. In 2004, I was a commanding officer of Strike Fighter Squadron 41, the world-famous Black Aces. When we launched off Nimitz, my wingman was joining up. We were told that the training was going to be suspended and we were going to proceed with real-world tasking. As we proceeded to the west, the air controller was counting down the range to an object that we were going to, and we were unaware of what we were going to see when we arrived. The controller told us that these objects had been observed for over 2 weeks, coming down from over 80,000 feet, rapidly descending to 20,000 feet, hanging out for hours, and then going straight back up. For those who don't realize, above 80,000 feet is space. As we looked around, we noticed that we saw some whitewater off our right side. It's important to note that the weather on this day was as close to perfect as you could ask for off the coast of San Diego. Clear skies, light winds, calm seas, no whitecaps from waves. So the whitewater stood out in a large blue ocean. All four of us, because we were in F-18Fs, so we had pilots and Wizzo in the back seat, looked down a saw a white tic-tac object with a longitudinal axis pointing north-south and moving very abruptly over the water like a ping-pong ball. As we pulled nose onto the object, within about a half mile of it, it rapidly accelerated in front of us and disappeared. Our wingmen, roughly 8,000 feet above us, lost contact also. We immediately turned back to see where the whitewater was at, and it was gone also. So as we started to turn back towards the east, the controller came up and said, "Sir, you're not going to believe this, but that thing is at your cat point, roughly 60 miles away in less than a minute." You can calculate the speed.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Biologics?
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
We had this conversation, and I said, I have to talk to him.
Yeah.
The document, there's been detractors. There's been a bunch of people that called bullshit on many of the things that you've said, but over time, many of the things that you talked about, even in the 80s, have proven to be true. Things that people said were not true were proven to be true. Element 115 was one of them, right?
Right. Element 115, the fuel they had, was stable. In other words, it didn't decay. It wasn't emitting radioactivity. When they synthesized 2 or 3 atoms of the 115, it did decay, and it was not a stable element.
So they somehow or another had acquired a stable version. Did they say that the stable version had come with this craft?
Yeah, it absolutely came with the craft, yeah.
So at the time, you having a firm knowledge of the periodic chart and knowing what was real and what wasn't real, what was your reaction to having this stable element 115 that wasn't even supposed to exist?
Well, everything was impossible.
Right.
I mean, down to the metal. I did get a chance to look inside the craft on only one occasion, and this was important because where the reactor sat might have been critical to how it operated, since everything operates without any interconnection, so the placement of components might be critical. So they allowed me to go inside and look at it.
The strategy that Wernher von Braun taught me was that first the Russians are going to be considered to be the enemy. In fact, when I met him in '74, they were the enemy, the identified enemy. We were told that they had killer satellites. We were told that they were coming to get us and control us, the dirty commies, that whole story. First, the Russians were the enemy against whom we're going to build space-based weapons. Then terrorists would be identified, and that was soon to follow. We heard a lot about terrorism. Then we were going to identify third world country crazies. We now call them nations of concern. But he said that would be the third enemy against whom we would be needing to build space-based weapons. And the next enemy was asteroids. Now at this point, he kind of chuckled the first time he said it. Asteroids, against asteroids we're going to build space-based weapons. So it was funny then. And the funniest one of all was against what he called aliens, extraterrestrials. That would be the final card. And over and over and over, during the 4 years that I knew him and was giving his speeches for him, he would bring up that last card. And remember, Carol, the last card is the alien card. We're going to have to build space-based weapons against aliens, and all of it, he said, is a lie.
So, what do we have here? Of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. These discussions are just for play. But we have the U.S. government saying that these aerial phenomena are real. Some of these footage are real, but they don't know what they are. Then, you've got Bob Lazar, who they've been trying to silence and debunk for over 30 years. But he has said things that are coming true, has even identified an element which is now on the periodic table. He's been saying and talking about this element since the 80s. We have Wernher von Braun's colleague saying the plan all along is to hoax an alien invasion in order to weaponize space. Now, these crafts that we're seeing, are they piloted by Martians, or are they us? And our governments are planning the biggest hoax to end all hoaxes. What do you guys think?
Now, what the hell going on here, America? We got more UFO sightings. Check this out. Look at this whole fleet of UFOs that's in the sky. And look at the color on them. Yikes, it's like a whole fleet of them. Look at this. It's like they done broke through the firmament or something and just coming into our dimension or something. And this happening all over the world, y'all. I mean, rapidly, every day we starting to see more and more activity of these UFOs. And it's getting real crazy, right? 2024 sure have been a year to see. I mean, this is real mind-blowing, right? Now let's look at this video zoomed in to get check this shit out.
No, this is definitely an alien invasion. That's confirmed by Congress. The aliens are coming for us! Dude, they're literally coming out of the cloud. What the? Wait, what? They just disappeared? Oh, come on, trees. They're gone. They're gone. What the fuck? They're gone. What?
Thanks for watching this video. It's for entertainment only, but if you know, you know.
This is the clearest video of a UFO recorded recently. In the footage, an intrigued pilot uses his cell phone to capture a strange metallic object he sees in the distance. Shortly after, the object passes just a few feet away from the plane. At that moment, the pilot realizes he might have recorded the most solid evidence of these mysterious ships. This video reopens the debate whether these crafts are secret human technology or of extraterrestrial origin.
This footage was taken in Curitiba, Brazil, in July 2024. I don't think people understand how wild this is. A UFO sighting was caught on camera up close. You've got to see this. Picture this. A clear night sky, and then bam, a gleaming, saucer-shaped UFO appears out of nowhere. It's not just a dot in the distance, folks. This thing is up close and personal. The person filming, they're in total shock, but they keep the camera steady. You can almost hear their hearts pounding. The UFO hovers there, almost like it's checking us out. This footage is mind-blowing. It's got everyone talking. This page has knowledge that this is probably an ET craft, as there are no seams, bolts, or rivets present, as seen in some human-made re-engineered craft these days. So what do you think? Real or just another trick of the light? And don't forget to hit that follow button if you want more out of this world content. Stay curious and keep looking up.
Breaking UFO news. Michelle Reyes and her daughter were filming the view from their airplane window near LaGuardia Airport over New York City when they captured something unbelievable. While they were recording, a mysterious, dark, cylinder-shaped object zipped past them at a very high rate of speed, a moment now frozen in her viral video. Was this a UFO? As it turns out, even another passenger witnessed this incredible object, intensifying the intrigue. Although the object is dark, if you look closely you can see light reflecting off of one area. Reyes initially reported it to the FAA as she was concerned about it being a potential safety hazard, and then took to social media to share the footage. The public's reaction to this video seems to be electric. Was this a non-human intelligence UFO, similar to other cylinder-shaped sightings in the past? What do you think it was?
They honestly could be higher dimensional beings.
Do you see that? Are those angels?
This shit looks crazy.
Behold, and then they disappear. Look, if you got on TikTok, you're going.
Like this, those machines come up from under the ground, right? So that means they must have been buried here a long time ago. So who's driving the goddamn things? Watch the lightning. Watch it. Watch the lightning. Keep watching the lightning. What is that? That is them. They come down in capsules, riding the lightning into the ground, into the machines, right?
Oh my God.
Did Fox 5 New York just capture a UFO on live TV? Here's what we know. Something strange was captured on live TV during a Sky Fox broadcast over Lower Manhattan. a bright, fast-moving object streaked across the Hudson River, covering an incredible distance in just 4 seconds before disappearing. The footage left viewers asking, what was it? Fox 5's photojournalist Dan Rice suggested it might be a lens flare caused by a blemish on the camera lens. However, the object's rapid speed, smooth trajectory, and the distance it covered in such a short time make it one of the most unusual captures in recent memory. To put it into perspective, the object traveled an estimated 2 miles in 4 seconds. That's an astonishing speed of 1,800 miles per hour, more than twice the speed of sound. This isn't something you'd expect from a drone, balloon, or most conventional aircraft. The exact nature of this phenomenon remains unexplained. Like, share, and follow Above the Norm News for more stories like this and updates on this unfolding mystery.
Both of them were running. One was running in the trees, and the other one was running across the ship. Because there were also trees here.
The eyes were like more pointed as they came in toward the center of the head, is that?
No, more circular. And this was all black in here.
All black. Now you've made pupils. Did they actually have pupils or
white?
What?
The pupils were white like that.
You saw white in the center?
Yes, like that.
Was he near the silver object, or was he far?
No, on top.
On top of the silver object. Okay. And did you look at him?
Yes.
What is this in the sky, y'all?
What the fuck is that, bro?
What is this? What is this, man?
This shit is moving strange as fuck.
Bro, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the fifth one at? Right there,
Down
fifth.
there. This all
It's in the cloud. They was just about to look like they was about to morph together or something.
The two at the bottom got, well, where the fourth one go?
It's the, yeah, oh, there it is. Well, did these disappear and reappear? I don't know, I'm tripping. Maybe it just went on my eyesight.
Why is those three up there?
Those three up there. Bro, what is this? Nah, this gotta get sent in.
Black dots? Like,
Bro, come on, what is that? What is that, man?
It gotta be some type of explanation for this shit.
That's not normal. Strange stuff in the sky. 5 black dots.
Moving slow as the fuck. I thought I was tripping. Okay, so the two at the bottom are close again.
Are they?
And the three, the one.
Oh, I see him.
The three at the top. What the fuck? This ain't like no UFO, no. Maybe it's.
Come on, what are you talking about, bro? What is this? It's, look, they're moving, bruh.
Right.
Come on, I got all 5 in the picture. What is this? Stop playing with me.
Look at the shape.
And you can see the little aura around them, bro.
Right. It
You
is.
see aura around them. This energy matter of some source,
And through the camera.
bro. I can see it. I can see the little vibration around
Are
it.
they getting further away, or they just?
Yeah, they moving.
Are they moving up and away, or just up?
Man, I don't even know if I should be recording them. They best well get on us. Bro, what is this stuff?
This is a crazy shit right here. That motherfuckers don't be.
Where the other ones at, man?
And now I'm searching the sky to see if there's more, but I don't see any more. It's just those 5 dots.
Bro, what is this?
Breaking. Mysterious lights over Capitol Hill have sparked UFO panic in Washington, D.C., with some claiming it is already happening. Eyewitnesses report seeing bright, unidentifiable lights hovering over the iconic landmark late last night. Videos of the event are flooding social media, sparking debates about extraterrestrial activity. While officials have yet to comment, UFO enthusiasts are convinced this could be a sign of contact, while skeptics argue it might just be drones or a weather phenomenon. The big question now is, are these lights evidence of something extraterrestrial or just another mysterious earthly phenomenon? To recap, strange lights over Capitol Hill have ignited UFO panic in DC. What do you think? Alien encounter, hoax, or natural phenomenon? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like and follow.
The reason why so many people were seeing UFO spacecrafts all of a sudden is because of this. We will make contact in 2024. They were just getting everyone mentally ready for it. I just came across a video of someone on an airplane recording a UFO right next to him. Then I found another video of someone walking in the woods, and guess what they seen? A UFO craft. This UFO was captured in South America. It's happening worldwide. It's not just UFOs people are seeing. These monoliths are popping up everywhere. These aliens are using these monoliths to watch everything we do. There was a Hollywood director by the name of Stanley Kubrick. He made this movie 2001 Space Odyssey, and he had a monolith inside of this movie. He tried to explain to the people that these aliens use these monoliths like it's a TV. So basically, this is a big ass flat screen TV that these aliens use to watch us on this planet. These aliens been on this planet for thousands of years. They were just hiding behind the scenes, but it's no more hiding. We will make physical contact with these life forms. A lot of us are walking around as star seeds, but don't even remember. Where do you think they got the movie Star Wars from? Star Wars, not a fake movie. They're trying to tell you what happened to us in the universe. It's so many of us that's walking around right now with no memory of our true identity. What if I told you you are a royal starseed? We have a royal bloodline, but it's been hidden from us. Everything will be exposed in 2024 when these aliens make their first contact with us. A lot of us are going to be so mind blown when we figure out who we really are. There's only so much I can say about this topic because TikTok is watching certain channels. As you can see, I was just banned with over 200,000 followers. If you want to know more about these topics, you can check out both of my ebooks, Shadows of the Matrix. The website is at the bottom of the screen.
So, with the December 3rd prediction from the Webbot, I mean, I hate to say it, but it appears like we're heading in a direction of there being a battle in the skies. I mean, you can call me crazy or whatever, but I mean, just look at the last 3 days. Last night in DC, Manchester yesterday. I mean, and then the military bases in the UK being swarmed with drones. This isn't a coincidence. I think this is leading towards an event that will take place December 3rd. I think we're on the precipice of there being UFO battles in the sky. Stay tuned, folks. Stay buckled in.
UFO in New York City, y'all. Yo, it's a UFO in New York City. Yo, look at the beams.